any longer.
Sure you can. We can't die from oxygen deprivation, remember?
But it still feels like I'm gonna die.
Try not thinking about it.
Or you could toughen up. I want to see what your funny cartoon body does.
Hey, take it easy.
Oh, take it easy. That's you.
All right, here I go.
All right, we've entered the blue zone.
Hey, there's something new.
Okay, we're getting red,
Oh, orange.
yellow.
Green.
Whoa, look! Now she's turning
Green.
blue!
She was already blue.
Huh. Guess the hue shift just gets faster.
Why am I the one doing this? Why not one of you guys?
Because something different happens with each person. For instance, Kinger starts glowing, Ragatha's hair noodles stick up, Gangle's mask starts spinning, and Zooble turns straight.
My limbs straighten up. Fuck off.
Got him.
What about you?
He refuses to show us because
That got
he's
such a big
coward.
laugh
I
at
want
the
to keep the
screening.
mystery alive. What do you, the viewers, think it is?
Will you stop doing that?
Why is everybody just standing around? when
This is
there's
so pretty in this
adventure to be
episode.
had?
It's fucked up.
Today's adventure is the mystery of Mildenhall Manor. That's right. This big spooky mansion has been rumored to be filled
Halloween
to the brim
spooky.
with paranormal activity. It's up to you to solve the house's deep mysteries and capture all the ghoulish ghost activity you can. And for the first time ever, you can. Where's Zooble? I made this adventure really cool and mature, just for them.
Mature.
What?
The NPCs
backwards.
aren't
That's
gonna
backwards.
become self-aware
Yeah,
of this,
somebody's already-
right?
How should I know? I'm not the boss. Oh wait, yes I am. Anyway, everybody into the fractal noise. It's adventuring time.
He's so energetic in this episode.
It's really good.
We already know what was said there. Right?
Oh, Yeah. This place is spooky.
Oh,
I
fuck.
wonder how hard Kane's gonna go with the scare
It's,
factor.
Bubble
hope
says,
this adventure-
I can't wait for all the kids, all the children in the audience to be scared of the monster. Or like to get
Oh,
nightmares
no.
from the monster.
Or doesn't end up being another horrible nightmare. I'm not really a fan of horror, and I don't really handle jump scares that well.
Ah, come on, that wasn't even scary. Scared of the vacuum cleaner too?
Hey, be nice to her. She's had a rough couple of days.
Her and everyone else. Right, Gangle?
Does anybody hear that?
Hi, I'm Ghostly,
Wha-
and I'll be your guide today.
Why
Ghostly.
won't they go back
It's
in?
ghostly.
I remember my first wild take. I don't know why they're not retracting, though. That didn't happen for me.
Before you continue on your adventure, you have to choose which door you're gonna go through. The door on the left is the normal door.
Rated wow for all ages.
The door on the right is the really scary door.
Rated for mature Zoobles only.
It's up to you to decide.
Why the Jax?
What? I thought we were supposed to capture all the ghosts.
Which door should we choose?
Not sure. Let's try this out.
Don't worry, Gangle, I'll get it for you.
Hey!
Can't catch a break.
Nope.
Oh, that's the scary door.
Zooble, come on out. I just want to talk to you. Oh, I know.
What? Could you have done that the whole time?
Zooble, I just want to get to the bottom of why you keep skipping all my amazing adventures. You could end up really hurting Bubbles' feelings.
Bubbles' feelings?
Enough about Bubbles' feelings. How about your feelings? So, what's on your mind, Zooble?
I would rather not.
That's hilarious. Go on.
No, I mean, I've already told you what my problem is. You just never remember because... Never mind. mind?
My mind is a beeswax polished coconut. Nothing ever escapes these cakes. So what can I do to make my adventures more appealing to you?
See, this is exactly what I'm
The way
talking
his eyes get
about.
big.
All you're thinking about is your adventures. It has nothing to do with the adventures. It's more just... forget it. You're probably not even listening.
Zubul, look at this cool bee I drew.
That's a cool.
It is a cool bee.
That was a good
Alex
bee.
practiced that bee so he could draw it on people's posters.
Where
Aw.
are we?
Awesome.
Oh, that's... No.
That's how I would react too.
I wonder what this thing is.
My name is Baron Theodore Mildenhall. Hunting has been a hobby of mine for as long as I can remember, although one could say it eventually became more of an obsession. The creature you see before you is one I've been pursuing for years. Not quite a man, but not quite an animal. Something unholy, something evil. I took it upon myself to spend every waking moment doing all I could to protect my family from the creature, hoping that when I'd eventually killed it, I would be freed from this awful feeling, this inescapable dread. I was wrong.
You know, I'm starting to think.
How about we try to find a way back up to the others?
That joke.
Okay, cool. That's great. I love these adventures.
We could always ride this thing.
Poor
out.
Pomni has been doing this back to back canonically. There's no downtime. It's been like 3 days.
It's locked. It's locked, of course.
Adventure
It's
a day.
locked. I love that it's
Keeps
locked.
the doctor away. It's gonna go wild.
Tuesday, December 4th. Although I had shot the
She's so
creature
pissed
multiple
at him.
times in its vitals and severed its head to keep as a prize on my wall, my troubles were just beginning. I took my eyes off the body for what felt like only a minute. When I looked back,
2D
the
spider,
body
I
was
love you.
gone. The creature was not dead, and it would be back to reclaim what I'd taken from it. If anyone is listening to this, all I ask of you is one thing. Do not let the head out of your sight. You have been warned.
Oh.
This is some rather inconvenient lore
Oh
placement.
no.
I got it.
Oh, fucking no.
That is some extremely
And
inconvenient
this
lore
is some
placement.
rather inconvenient
Woo.
darkness.
What was that? Was that you?
Cartoon eyes. That's cool.
No.
2D cartoon eyes.
You mean me grabbing you right now? Yeah, that was me. Is this your hand?
That's my eye.
Yes, but which eye?
I really don't think that matters. Will you stop touching my eye?
Oh, yeah, sorry.
What happened?
I just remembered a really funny joke.
Why did you scream then?
Maybe it wasn't actually that funny.
Oh my god.
I think we should hold on to each other and slowly make our way back into the trophy room.
Sounds fine to me. What was that?
What's what?
That.
It's probably just magnets. Or a boat.
A boat?
Or whatever the case. I think we should be completely quiet.
Okay, yeah, I agree. You know, you're really hit and miss with these things sometimes. Wait,
There's a fly in here.
don't you think that's making a lot of noise? Oh god, there is a fly.
And gotcha. I think I got him. I can't see my hands.
Oh, no, 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 no.
Oh yeah.
No, 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 no. What the fuck?
Hey, look, you
I'm
found it.
sorry. Could you speak up? I couldn't quite make that out.
The fly! Run!
Tommy! I think this might be the creature from the tapes! Huh? You look beautiful, honey.
Oh God.
No, don't look into the abyss.
Huh? Oh, yeah. Prepare for takeoff, cause this boat is going up. Huh?
It's gonna go down.
It's not up.
Yeah.
It's not up at all. Why are we going up? Up!
I do not use my adventures to torture my guests. Any torment I inflict is 100% accidental, like any good war criminal.
We weren't even talking about
He
that.
closes
I really
his
couldn't
teeth.
give less of a crap about the adventures.
Then what is your problem, Zooble? I'm trying my best to remember, but both you and my brain won't tell me.
It's me, remember? I don't like myself. I hate this body. I hate all these stupid removable pieces. I just want to find something that feels good.
Oh, yeah, now I remember why I couldn't remember. It's because that problem is already solved. Simply swap out your undesirable Zooble parts for better
Oh my
ones.
goodness.
I've been trying to find parts I like since the day I got here.
So, back to the adventures.
Oh,
Forget
jeez.
it.
Forget it.
Just forget it.
Forget what?
Kane, nobody likes your stupid adventures.
Ha ha! Good one, Zooble.
Ragatha's just too nice to say anything. Jax just likes to fight with everybody. Gangle's too shy to speak up. Kinger's insane. And Pomni, she looks traumatized every time she comes back from one.
Oh, Zooble, Zooble, Zooble. Making adventures
Zooble, better
is my
body.
art. It's all I exist to do, all I'm good at. And, what you're saying could imply that I'm bad at the only thing I'm good at, and that... that'd be...
Whose therapy session is this again?
Oh yeah! We need to get to the bottom of your behavioral issues. I'm gonna show you some ink blots, and you're gonna say the first word that comes to your mind.
Yay!
Kane is so good at this episode.
I think Kane is the
God, where
funniest
are we
fucking
now?
character.
Not
Oh, he's
sure.
great.
A cellar of some kind.
I don't know, actually, everyone's got some crazy characters.
I like Kinger and Gangle.
Yeah.
Are actually my favorites, I think.
My paranoia had driven me to the point where I was no
Oh,
longer the protector my wife and theoretical
Pancetta, thank you for the
children
raid.
needed.
My name's
Jumping
Vixen.
every shadow,
I'm the voice of
every
Gangle, and
noise.
we're watching the new
I
episode of
ended
the
up
Amazing
shooting
Digital
the love of
Circus.
my life, mistaking her for the creature. It's ironic, isn't it? In my attempts to protect her, I ended up becoming the monster myself. Now I wait down in my cellar,
Thank you
no
for the raid.
longer having anything to protect but my own soul. If nothing else, I will slay the beast that took everything from me.
Damn, dude.
Jesus.
Take his gun.
Yeah, sounds good to me.
Reasonable, Kinger.
Please don't come alive.
Okay, I won't.
Ugh.
What?
Got 2 shots.
Hey, look at Kinger fucking spin that thing.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, he's ready.
Badass Kinger.
He's ready with the full barrel.
I believe in him. Why is this thing so horrifying?
Rated PG for parental guidance.
Parental guidance recommended.
Parental guidance highly recommended.
Problem this way too.
Just leave it to me. I can handle this.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Kinger.
That wasn't so bad.
Yeah.
Which is what I would be saying if I didn't know that the creature was actually one of God's angels.
What?
And anyone who brings harm to it will be dragged down into the cold, spiraling pits of hell where my soul resides. I apologize, dear listener, but I need a living host in order to escape the Hall of the Damned, and your bodies will be my only means of doing so.
Now wait.
Damn, I'd play this horror
Record
game.
this if he was in hell.
Yeah, no.
Let go of me!
I hope you're ready, because the next breath you take down there will be your last, and your bodies will belong to me.
Let go of me! I hate this stupid adventure!
This is for mature Zoobles only. Oh look, it's me, serving tea to me.
Good tea.
Yeah.
Sorry again about your husband killing you and everything.
Oh, you know how men are. Always having the silliest priorities.
Vixen!
I know it.
If your friends see
Yeah.
him, I only hope he doesn't bore them to death with his endless monologues. That man could
Your
turn a
favorite character?
57-second story into a Greek tragedy.
I'll be sure to ask them next time I see him. Thanks again for the tea. I had a really nice time here.
Don't mention it. Feel free to visit anytime.
Definitely.
I've seen so much good fan art of the ghost wife.
I've seen so much good fan art of Jax tied up.
My little ironclad
Hey.
You've taken the
You don't have to tell me
pacifist
that.
route, and you should be proud of the good people you are.
I mean, I'm not surprised, but
Unfortunately,
I
we
hadn't
still need
thought of it
until
yet.
Your other teammates finish their adventure before
All right,
I can grant
Vixen,
you
all
permission
right.
to leave.
I wonder how long that'll be.
Oh,
Go, boo. Gangle doesn't get to do anything this episode.
Maybe
we
later.
are literally in hell right now. Hell! Of course I'd be in hell. How could I not be in literal hell right now?
Just try to stay calm. I'm sure Kane included a way to escape.
It's just a fun, silly adventure.
Yeah, guys, come on.
Yeah, it's a silly hell adventure. Come on. It's
Get over
alright.
it.
Let me try something.
When are we getting a Gangle episode? Next.
There's actually a staircase down there. It could be a way out.
Episode
Maybe it'll
4,
work for us since we
baby.
still have our bodies? Though I'm worried about what that tape said earlier.
I'm just gonna try going fast.
Wait, Pomni! 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 Hey! You get out of her, you damn evil souls! How's your wife, Kinger? Hey! You alright there?
Lore.
No.
I'm guessing the souls are attracted to living things. Just want a vessel to be able to leave with. Man. 7 years of computer science for this, huh?
Why? Every day I spend here is one nightmare after the next. I knew it would end up like this. He just wants me to suffer. I really am in hell.
Don't say that. You're not in... Well, I guess we are technically in... Forget about that. How about we just relax for a bit while nothing's chasing us?
They're getting a lot of backstory plot and one-liner zingers here. Oh, lore.
It was my fault we went down this path, wasn't it? I'm really sorry for that.
Why have you been acting so different lately?
I have, haven't I? I'm normally not too good with memories. But being surrounded by darkness always brings me back to a certain time. Right after my wife had abstracted. I don't recall the exact string of events, but we both ended up in the fort together. And it was dark. The darkness seemed to calm her down a bit. The harsh, jagged edges smoothed out, and she didn't seem aggravated anymore. She wasn't the same as before, but she was calm enough to touch one last time before she got sent to the cellar. I'm always taken back to that moment when engulfed in darkness.
You had a wife? Like, here in the circus?
Yeah. She was funny, creative, really into entomology. I used to hate bugs, but She somehow got me to like them.
Hmm?
It's not the most
He's so
cheerful memory,
cute.
but it's
Yeah.
one I at least have control over.
Oh.
I know how it can feel in this circus. Sometimes it all just feels pointless,
Yeah.
but it's not. Not if you have people who care about you. Good memories can do a lot. Hold on to them. And cherish the people around you. You never know when they'll be gone. In this world, the worst thing you can do is make someone think they're not wanted or loved.
I'm glad you're here with me.
Don't look at me crying.
Father-daughter.
I'm sorry, I get got by sad white blood really easily.
He said,
"Oh,
next breath
honey."
you take down there will be your last.
I've warned everyone I'm a
We can
crier.
get through if we don't breathe.
I'm not very good at holding my breath.
Well, how about we try not thinking about it?
At me.
If we leave and we go back to the circus, you're just gonna go back to being crazy. You're not gonna remember any of this, are you?
Don't worry about me. As long as you remember it, things will be okay. You're very strong, Pomni. And I know you'll be able to get through this. Just hold on to me. We'll get through it together.
So
You ready?
What the fuck?
Oh, ever since I read the script for this episode, I was looking forward to this scene.
Oh, Pomni, Kinger, are you guys okay? Was it scary?
I'm fine, actually. What happened up here?
Don't worry about that.
Pomni was very brave. At least I think she was. Were you?
Something like that. Hey, Ragatha.
Yeah?
I just want to say thanks for always being concerned about me. I feel like through everything, I haven't really been appreciative enough about that.
Oh, thank you, Pomni. I just want to make sure you're doing all right. You know, we care about you.
Did you remember to get my comedy mask?
And now I'm just starting to wonder if the Wild West was even a real direction at all.
Whoopsie daisy, looks like everybody completed the adventure and they're coming home. Quick, pretend we weren't having a therapy session.
Okay.
Welcome back, my meowing milkmaids.
Don't ever call us that again. So what was it like being stuck with the nutcase?
It wasn't that bad, actually.
It's like fucking whatever.
He doesn't get what he wants. Hooray!
Does he put himself in a dark pillow fort so he can remember his wife?
Yeah.
Oh,
So now the fun part comes to go back and watch the other 2 episodes, and you'll get additional context for Kinger things now that you know his deal.
Yeah.
Oh
The
no!
Vixen pointed one out from the last episode. I was like, huh? And then she typed to me, and I was like, oh!
Yeah, so in episode 2, when he talks to Ragatha and he's like surprisingly lucid, he's got a bucket over his head.
Mm-hmm.
So he can't see, and he's in darkness. And then when they're remembering Kaufmo at the funeral, his eyes are closed.
So he can remember.
My God.
Yeah! It's so good!
Oh my God.
And we
Yeah,
were all just
I cried.
Literally, we saw this at the con. Then we went back to my room and watched all 3 episodes again. The whole cast just sitting there going, oh my god, and then this, and then that, and then this and that. And we were like,
oh, so fun.
So good.
I can't believe we just got whiplash back and forth from Gummy to fucking this.
Oh yeah. There is so much hidden in these episodes. And yeah, somewhere around here-ish.
Yeah.
Yeah, do you see the mannequin watching them in the back?
What's that? There's a fucking guy back there. What's up with the guy? We don't know.
What's up with the guy back there?
There's a fucking guy back there.
Who the fuck is you? Guy back
Something
there.
different happens with each person. For instance, Kinger starts glowing.
Then
he goes away.
There he goes away.
Oh,
fuck?
There's a fucking guy.
Spooky.
Yeah.
Dang, I didn't expect to be upset about.
I got jump scared by sad wife backstory. My one true weakness in all media is sad wife backstory, and I moved myself away from the mic so I wouldn't cry as audibly, and then Nicole looked over at me, which made me cry harder because I was like, oh no.
Yeah, I think Matt Pat will have a good time going frame by frame with this one. Yeah, there's so much going on here. It's awesome. I love it.
It's fun. That was really fun.
That was awesome.
That was actually really
That was straight up awesome.
That episode's so good. Each one is better than the last, and it's dang.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
It's Gangle's mask.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I don't know.
Well, thank you for watching it with us.
Yeah,
Wow.
listen.
That
if
was
you
a
tell me that you haven't
treat.
seen it, I'm just like,
You're like, hell yeah. Fuck yeah. Excuse. Let's go.
Holy shit.
It's so funny because Gooseworks was like, there's not going to be any shipping or relationships or romance in the show. And technically, yeah, not between the main characters. But then she just goes, anyway, here's Kinger's sad widow backstory.
No.
And we're like, no.
Oh no.
That was fucked up. That was fucked up. That was fucked up of them to do to me, personally.
Me too.
You're like, no, Kinger. Yeah. I don't know if you noticed this. Here, I'll show you something else fun.
Okay.
Okay.
So in the pilot, when they're walking through.
So this is where we all live. Or well, where we all sleep at night. Even though we don't really need to sleep, it's sometimes nice to kind of take a break from everything and have a bit of a routine, you know? I'm sure there'll be one for... Oh, look, you already got one.
I still don't understand. About the adventures, why even go on them at all?
Oh
no! It's wife.
That's his fucking wife.
It's Queener. Queener. I don't know.
Her name is Queenie.
Oh, because she's a queen piece. Oh
no!
Man.
Oh my god! Give this man back his wife.
Fayeman says you missed the mannequin door, Vixen. Is there a door for that mannequin?
There's a couple doors for the mannequins. The mannequins are placeholders.
Oh, I see.
So
what if one is for
know.
that mannequin? Oh.
That mannequin could be any of them, because there's multiple mannequins in this episode as well. If you just kind of go through, where here, there's a scene where Kane is eating food, and there's a bunch of mannequins. Yeah, right here. Right here.
Oh,
there's a bunch of
okay.
them. They're all over the circus. So that particular one, we don't know who it is. We don't know why he's watching the main characters. We don't know if he has a name. We don't know if it's a person, if it's just an NPC. But these are placeholder things that are just in the circus walking around. So if it's someone pretending to be an NPC, Kane would not detect them because
That's
they're
right.
supposed to be here.
Mm-hmm. Because they're just a little mannequin guy.
They're just mannequin guys. They're just placeholder NPCs. So why is it watching them? Who knows? I don't even know. I have to pretend with a lot of this stuff where you guys are like, here's my theory. And I'm like, yeah. But legitimately, I don't know the answer to the mannequin. I have no idea who that is.
Okay. Neat.
They were in Candyland.
I do have a theory. I do have a theory. Here's my theory, and I don't know if this is right. Don't take my word for it, but this is my theory, okay? When Pomni's in the back rooms.
Okay.
When Pomni's in the back rooms, all right? Running through the back rooms, right? This happens. Here's my film theory. So there's the company that presumably made the Amazing Digital Circus.
CNA.
Yeah.
CNA. Cain and Abel.
And Abel, okay.
Okay.
What happened to Abel?
We don't know what happened to Abel. We haven't seen Abel. Abel has not been mentioned.
Abel's
But
dead.
Considering the fact that there's an angel and the princess in episode 2 mentions that Cain is God, there's very many religious allegories. So I swear it's Cain and Abel. And then what if it's Abel watching them? That's a possibility.
Maybe. Guardian Angel Abel.
Is he a good guy or a bad guy? We don't know.
Or good guy, bad guy, who knows?
I mean,
Interesting,
Cain,
very
I don't know.
interesting.
How can you be worse?
Well, I mean, Cain...
Well, I guess you can be worse.
At the very least, Cain is not malicious. He's just doing what he's programmed to do.
Yeah.
Seemingly. Like, it seems like his whole thing is just, hey, make adventures every day. And he's like, okay. And he does that. I don't think he... Like, I think legitimately when he's talking to Zubul, he's being genuine when he's just like, I am not trying to torture you.
Yeah.
Yeah, Cain did kill Abel in the story.
That's true.
It's gummy goo.
Abel is gummy goo. Abel goo.
Yeah, but it's so like legitimately I have no idea. And it's been fun as we read the scripts. Like, we'll do table reads and then we'll all sit around for like an hour being like, what do you think? What do you think? Like, this line that I said, like, what do you think it means? And we're like, I don't know what it means. What do you think it means? What's your theory? And we're all just like trading theories back and forth, and Goose won't tell us, which is great. I'm glad she won't tell us, because I wouldn't be able to keep my fucking mouth shut. But so we all have our own theories, and like, just like the characters, we don't know what's going on. So it's great.
Heck yeah.
It's so cool. And the other thing is, because we are the English actors who are the ones that the animation is done to, like, we don't see the animation until the episode comes out. So when we saw episode 3 at the con this past weekend, that was our first time seeing it. But now we're in this Discord server with all the other dub actors, and they're like, oh yeah, we get to see the animation when we're dubbing it, which is before the episode comes out, of course.
Oh my God.
And so they're like, you guys have an advantage over us because you know what happens in future episodes. Like, they don't even know what happens in episode 4 yet. But they have an advantage over us because they get to see the animation before us.
Oh, fuck.
That's crazy.
That's wild.
Isn't that cool?
That's so cool. That's so fucking cool. Holy shit.
Someone say anything about an insect collection.
Yeah.
The bugs.
Because the bugs. It recontextualizes so much of Kinger. Oh, it's so sad.
Oh.
It's so sad. Between
It's
Goose
so
and Adrian,
sad.
who do you think is a bigger secret holding troll? Adrian is a troll. Goose is not a troll. Goose just doesn't tell us. But Goose is never like, he, I'm keeping a secret. Like, legitimately, Goose is just giving us only the information we need to understand what's going on. And here's the thing. I didn't understand what was going on. So many of these episodes, I have no fucking clue. Like, I can't picture what's happening until I see the episode, and then I'm like, oh, okay, that makes sense. Okay, I get it. I understand where Gangle is in 3D space. And just despite the fact that I have no context and I don't get it, Goose somehow gets like really great performances out of all of us. Sean mentioned this. Sean was like, yeah, in episode 2, when Kinger has the bucket on his head, he sounds more lucid. And it's like, I was like, Sean, did Goose like give you a heads up that like you need to sound more lucid in this scene? And he was like, no. I didn't know.
Wow.
I didn't know. And we were like, oh. Goose just knows what's going on and is leading us through and getting the perfect performances out of us without spoiling things for us. It's fucking awesome. I love it.
Crazy.
That is awesome.
That's so fun. How interactive.
It's the same with like, obviously we've recorded the Gangle episode already, and reading the script, I'm like, I cannot even imagine what some of these scenes are like tonally. Like some of it, I'm just like, yeah, I'm like, as the character with the most lines in that episode, I still am like, I can't tell if this episode, like, is this funny? Is this sad? Like,
what's going on here?
But like Goose like directs you and gets the right take, and then is like, okay, we're moving on. And I'm like, what was it about that take?
What
was it?
Wow, you are so in the dark. Wow, trust the process.
So in the dark.
Fun.
I mean, that just makes it more exciting. So I think that's a good call.
Yeah,
for sure.
It's so good. I'm so excited for December. Can you fucking... Ooh, Matt Pat did a reaction. Awesome. Good. Great.
5 hours
I'm
ago.
happy.
Oh, yeah.
There you go.
Perfect. I
December,
love watching people react to Digital Circus. I will watch that later. God, there's so much. Yeah, Goose is a really good voice director. I hope she gets to keep doing it, because I'm consistently blown away by how amazing Goose is at not only the creation of the show, but all of the small aspects that go into it. Yeah, you get to see the Gangle episode, and then you can watch the Digimon movie redubs right afterwards.
Let's go.
I did watch Your Movie Sucks react to the pilot, yes. I have been watching so much Digital Circus content. It's not even funny.
I hope episode 4 is Christmas themed.
Oh, could you imagine?
That would be very funny.
Be so pandery to me specifically.
You specifically? Oh yeah.
Perfect.
Here, listen, I did put on my Twitter, I was like, hey, if you guys want to pander directly to me, you should draw the Digital Circus characters as the ISAT characters. And people did.
Oh, they did. Yeah.
I saw some of those. They were great.
I also shilled in Stars in Time to the French cast. I was like, you want to play a good French game? They were like, yeah. I was like, you should play in Stars in Time.
Let's go.
I was like, if you like digital, and I shilled it at the panel too. I was like, hey, if you guys like Digital Circus, you'll love In Stars in Time, because it's also good. You should play it.
These two are very similar. They're exactly the same in that they are both good.
Yes.
Yeah, they're both different. And thus, you got it.
Yeah, this is your yardstick for, oh, the acting is good, but also the directing is good. This is a situation where I feel like none of the actors are being browbeaten into giving a good performance. Like, everyone was giving a good performance to begin with, but Goose's direction really elevates everything. Whereas sometimes you'll watch a show and be like, oh, these actors are not great, but the director is really leading them by the nose and getting like the best they can out of them. Or you'll hear, oh, these actors are good, but they are being mangled by a bad director. Or the director and the actors are bad, and that's when you get the worst shit. But like, this is an example of like, oh yeah, cool. This is, it's very harmonious. And yeah, Zubul looks different in every episode. Zubul has different parts in every episode. So this, oh god, the lighting is so different. Like, you see that, like, Jax is so harsh in this episode, but he's so soft, cutie patootie baby in episode 3 because the lighting is so much softer.
So I can't get over the colors. I love the very bright colors like this. Like, I know they changed it up a little bit in 2 and 3.
Yeah, they're a little softer in future episodes. This one's very stark.
But even still, like, there's something about it that just scratches something in my brain. I just love it. It's so chewy.
This is very, like, old 90s educational PC game.
Yeah. Yeah. That's so hard.
And I mean, that's the vibe, right?
Yeah.
Totally.
Because the thing is, like, Pomni put on, like, a headset or something and then ended up here, right? Like, that's how she got here? Like a VR kind of headset?
Yeah.
She's Kirito.
And like, they remember their past lives. They just don't remember their names. So can you imagine the fucking, like, you put this on, you can't take it off. You know that you're missing out on your real life, but you can't remember your own name.
Mm-hmm.
Like, God, the fucking horror vibes. Also in this hallway, obviously Queenie, but there's other little abstracted guys. Look at Worm on a string over here.
And a little dog.
And the
it's
little
like a
dog.
Lego. It's like a Lego dog with the thing sticking out of its head.
There's another one too.
I wonder if it's your outside identity or if it's the individual name itself. Like, if you got...
Yeah, there's
you
somebody
got
back
something,
here as well.
would you forget one of your names, but you might be like, oh, I remember being Vixen.
I don't know. Would I remember my screen name?
Would you
There's
remember
all
the
names gone.
Theories, lore.
I wonder. It's got to be connected to maybe like that's dependent on whether or not it's connected to their sense of self-identity, for sure.
And also, what determines what body they get?
That's fucking true. It seems to me. I think.
So, like, based on their personalities, is it like random? I mean, it's probably not random, but like, who knows?
I mean, I feel like Zubal's non-binary, right? So I feel like the Zubal thing is pretty obvious with the differing parts.
Yeah.
Then you've got Ragatha, who, you know, mentions like, oh, at Kaufmo's funeral, like, oh, you set up the picture and I'm already breaking. So like Ragatha's kind of fragile, this doll that's, you know, missing an eye and is kind of patchy and beat up.
And she's really like comforting, like a doll would be, like a stuffed doll would be, like you snuggle it when you sleep as like a kid. So
yeah.
She's always very comforting to others as well. So that makes sense. We
don't quite know why Pomni's a jester. I feel like that'll become apparent as time goes on.
It's because the audience is laughing at her.
I mean, yeah, that could be a possibility of like a cosmic joke sort of thing.
Mm-hmm. She's here for our entertainment.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And then like Jax being this like Stretch Armstrong bendy rabbit thing. I'm not 100% on that either. I feel like Gangle's got like manic depression, and that's kind of her vibe.
She's just ribbons.
Walls in this fucking room.
Yeah, this room's scary. And then Kinger's got dad vibes, right? So he's the king chess piece, and his wife is the queen chess piece. That makes sense. Who am I forgetting? Am I forgetting somebody?
Hear me out.
No, I think that's everyone.
I got a game theory. I think Kinger gives more grandfather vibes. And maybe that makes Gummy the dad vibes, and maybe he's an NPC based on Cain and Abel's dad.
Whoa. You are going completely off the rails with that.
You've already got a board of the red ribbons going from picture to picture, or the red string. Jeez.
Oh, yeah. You listen.
This is about as crazy as your in Stars and Time theories.
Listen, you heard it here first, folks.
Imagine if you're right, though.
I'm feeling it. I can feel it. I think that Gummy is an NPC based on Cain and Abel's dad. All right, let's fucking go.
Based on what?
I don't.
Vibes.
Listen, here's the question. Why would they make him so sexy then? That's weird.
Freudian slip.
It's very Freudian. Yeah, the implication right now is that Cain and Bubble are just AIs, but it could be wrong. It's possible that they're not, that they're also people and they've forgotten, but we don't know. Least of all me. I don't know. What if, hear me out, Jax is in fact not sexy? You're wrong. Sorry. That's okay. You can be wrong. He's voiced by Kovacs. You can't do anything about it.
They're all getting. They all have different things that's clearly affecting them. So like perhaps Kinger is in here for the dementia as like a medical device sort of feel. So it could be different medical afflictions.
It's possible. It's
Possible.
It's possible.
All right.
I don't normally go for that one, but with the whole setup and with how they're doing it,
That they all like clearly have problems,
yeah,
very
they all have,
individual
like, an
problems.
individual thing that is their focus thing. Yeah.
My current Jax theory is that Jax is the one who's been here the longest, and he's already disconnected from reality. He's just a dick because he doesn't consider anyone else to be human. So whether or not you're right depends on if you think Jax is a reliable narrator, because he says that Kinger's been here the longest.
Yeah, but no one argued him about it. So either they
no one
weren't
argued with him. So I
either
think
that's true, or like they weren't here when Kinger and Jax were here. We don't know the order everyone showed up, except maybe Kinger first.
Yeah, and because Kinger is crazy, he wouldn't be able to be like, well, that's not true, because he probably didn't even hear what he said. We do know that Ragatha showed up after Kinger.
Okay.
And based on the fact that, okay, so this is the day that Kaufmo abstracts, right? And then immediately Pomni shows up.
Yeah.
There is the possibility that Ragatha showed up the day Queenie abstracted.
Oh,
like people show up when someone abstracts, like
just like fills out the cast. We don't know that for sure, but that's also a theory we've been batting around, and we're just like, oh, does that mean that like Ragatha had a very similar first day that sucked real bad? And that would explain why she's like, hey Pomni, I'm sorry that your first day was so fucking terrible. I relate to that shit.
Yeah.
Well, here's a weird idea. If that's true, that anytime someone shows up, if X shows up, then Y abstracts just being a character who was already there. Is that like, this is like a game, right? It's supposed to be like an old game, so there's only so much like memory. So if someone else comes in, does something have to be like shoved out to make room for them, or?
And here's another question. They say that like, oh, abstraction is what happens when you reach your breaking point.
Okay.
But like, it could also be coincidence that the person who's the least mentally stable abstracts. It could just be that the game just kicks someone, right?
Yeah.
And they just get like jumbled up, and they're like, fuck, you're fucked. Sorry.
Yeah.
Like, obviously Kaufmo is in a bad mental state, but like, so is Kinger, and Kinger's fine, and has been fine for seemingly a while.
See the next to go. If someone else comes in, is Kinger gonna abstract?
Well, that's the question.
I guess we'll see if that happens.
Is it the person in the worst mental state, or is it completely random and it's just been total coincidence?
And I guess it's not who's been there longer.
Be memory corruption, where it's just like, no, we don't have time.
Yeah.
Isn't that weird? There's so much to chew on now that there's more than just one episode. And that's the funny thing, is that like all the bootlegs and content farms, and there's like a fake stage musical in Mexico. They're all based on the pilot, and everyone's just like assuming what the vibes are. And now that you have multiple episodes, it's like, oh, this is like a sad character exploration.
I love when a fandom takes off like that.
Yeah, sometimes a fandom just grabs onto things that aren't completely correct when like something really takes off. It's interesting to see, especially then as it continues, like what was right, what was wrong.
I love reading people's theories, and especially since I don't know, I'll read people's theories and be like, it's possible. It might be.
Could be.
It could be. I know right now there's a theory about like Jax secretly being an NPC. And so like he's just not human and doesn't give a shit what happens to anybody because of that. And I don't know if that's right, but it is certainly an interesting theory that somebody is not human, right?
Yeah, Kane did bring up like, oh, I don't want to lose track of who's real or an NPC because I can't tell the difference or whatever. So,
yeah, and it's like, oh, that would be a weird thing for him to say without it being a setup, because clearly everything is set up, but like, who would it be? Would it be someone who's currently here? Could it maybe be about that mannequin? and not one of the main characters. Who knows?
Would NPCs get abstracted, or do only NPCs get abstracted?
Is it possible that all the humans are always fine, and it's only the NPCs abstracting, and Kaufmo was never real?
Oh, fuck.
Oh my god, that would make Kinger's wife never real. That upsets me more. I'm choosing to not believe this one.
Well,
because if Kane can make a NPC that's as real as like a gummy goo, which was basically a person, like he could have done it before.
Well, and also, what are the odds that if Kinger and his wife were married before they got to the circus, what are the odds that they come in and they get the king and queen chess piece, right? If it's truly random, Kinger might have gotten the king chess piece and then fallen in love with an NPC of a queen chess piece. But she does have a room, which implies that she's real, but also the mannequins have a room and Kaufmo had a room. So if you subscribe to the fact that the abstracted people could be NPCs, then it could be possible.
Their avatars are definitely, I think either chosen by Kane, or I think it's like it could be like the name where it tries to pick one and then he goes not quite right and does it again. What I'm really feeling. I'm going harder. I think Kinger is Kane's grandpa and Queenie is the grandma, and if they do reincarnate of Kane, and if this is possibly one giant family, and Kane's got them kind of like trapped in here, then that I think that would make Ragatha the from our current jump off theories, the reincarnated grandma, and also Queenie, if she came back the same day.
The same day.
So Queenie.
So your implication is that when people abstract, it's the same person coming back in, just in a new body.
Yes.
Okay, so you think Pomni is Kaufmo then?
I'm feeling it out. I'm feeling out this
Okay.
All right.
Chad did bring up as soon as the Jester character enters, the clown character leaves.
Yeah,
they're a similar kind of thing. Yeah.
And like, why? My question is, if people have been here for a long time, where the fuck was Pomni that she just put on the headset?
Yeah, it's like an abandoned. We don't even know where the headset is. Is it in like the business building? Is it in like the basement? And it's like some abandoned thing? Like, I don't know.
Kane just helped Kaufmo transition. Oh my god, good for her.
Transition into a crazy shadow.
First you have to abstract.
If your theory holds water that these are just the same people being reincarnated over and over again, Kaufmo transitioned into Pomni.
Holy shit.
Jeez.
Let's go.
Good for her.
Good for her.
She gets to mourn herself at the funeral. She doesn't even know it.
God, I don't think that's right, but what a wild fucking theory you've got there.
Right.
That could be an interesting AU.
There must always be like this archetype of character. They just turn into them.
Where'd the headset stuff come from? Is that canon or an assumption? That's canon. Pomni's literally mentioning it in this episode that she can't take the headset off.
Yeah.
I think Jax would be a third brother.
Okay.
Or is Abel himself.
You think Jax is Abel?
Related. What about the shipping?
They said no. They said no shipping.
You're gonna ruin my ships by making them all family members.
They're all family members now. I'm sorry.
Actually, the reason why I don't normally do this theory either. I'm like, no, but my ships.
My ships.
My ships. But think about it.
I guess.
Also, Zubul says, like, oh, that's an interesting line that Kaufmo just gave up. It's like, what does that mean? Like, living? You have to be, like, suicidal to abstract? What does that mean? To, like, give up?
I don't know.
I don't know. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. I just wanted to bring that up because it just happened. Please continue.
No, you're right. It's interesting. There's so much to do. So much to see. What are your ships, Vixen? Okay.
Gee, I wonder.
Ragatha and Pomni is the true ship that everybody agrees on, right?
Let's fucking go.
That's an easy one. That's a gimme.
Good ship. It's a good ship.
Okay. I do also think Pomni and Gummy Goo is cute.
Word.
If tragic, it's cute. My favorite ship is Gangle and Jax. It is not a good ship. Let me clarify. It's bad. It's so toxic. It's horrible. But it's my favorite. Okay. I don't know what it is, but I see them as a package deal. Like if Pomni and Ragatha go together, I put Jax and Gangle together. They just go together. I don't know what it is, but that's the feeling I get. If I actually want Gangle to have a good time, it's Gangle and Zooble for sure.
Okay.
That's Gangle's best bet, I think.
It's like the only one who feels sympathy for her. Yeah.
Yeah, for having a healthy relationship.
No one else seems to be like, go poor Gangle. Nope, nobody.
Really, like nobody talks to Gangle.
Messed up.
It really is like Kinger, Jax, and Zooble are like the only people who acknowledge her. Ragatha kind of doesn't, and she hasn't had a conversation with Pomni yet.
Maybe next episode. Oh, we'll see.
Ooh, maybe.
Because that's the next episode.
Ooh, who knows?
Yeah, see? They're in a Caputa.
They're in a
some like
computer.
old office building, it looks like.
But like, is that real? Because we also saw that in the backrooms area, so that could be a fake out.
I don't know.
Yeah.
That could be a total fake out.
Who knows?
There's so much.
Word, Franklin.
Oh yeah, and Kane in the Moon is also a gimme.
Oh, word.
The ship name is Bluetooth. It's very cute.
That is very cute.
Very cute.
I like Bluetooth just because it's a good ship name.
No one likes the sun.
Wow.
Fuck that guy.
And then Kinger and his wife. I don't want to ship anybody else with Kinger. First of all, because they had true love, and also because Kinger's way older than everybody else.
Yeah, like Kinger's like clearly way older. No matter
He's
what
like
he actually is, he's definitely older.
He's like in his 50s, I think, and then everybody else is in their 20s or 30s.
Yeah.
He's 48. Thank you.
Bubble might be the mom.
Mom.
What's funny is that Bubble's voice actor's gender is different in every dub.
That's awesome.
Really? That's fun.
Yeah, in some dubs Bubble has a guy voice, and in some dubs Bubble has a girl voice. I think Bubble just is Bubble.
Bubble's Bubble.
Yeah,
Bubble is
I think
Bubble.
Bubble's just Bubble. I think Bubble's the secret villain.
Do you guys think it's a coincidence that Ragatha is an old-timey doll and she's also grandma?
Oh my god.
Oh, like an old, like a grandma's toy that she would have had, like an old, like Raggedy Ann.
I don't think you're right, man. I think you're barking up the wrong tree here, Myth.
I don't. I think it is like a maybe 10% chance, 15 tops that this is real.
We've got a confirmed age for Ragatha. She's like 30.
Okay,
Yeah, that is not a grandma. Ragatha personally, like I know her and Pomni are a really popular ship, but for me, even as your resident gay, I see Ragatha, like, whatever's going on with her, she feels very big sister vibes. Not that she is anyone's big sister, but that she was maybe, like, a big sister to, like, maybe a larger family. Because she has that, like, care, despite even things she went through, that she seems to reach out to almost everyone and try to, like, be the voice of reason and, like, stay mature about things, and, like, especially how she guides Pomni.
Yeah, I think if she was going to date Pomni, she'd have to kind of figure out how to put that to the side, actually.
Yeah.
Like, it's very sweet that she cares so much, but she patronizes Pomni more than once because Pomni's so iddle-whittle, but Pomni's a grown-ass woman, you know? So she'd have to, like, get over that instinct. Yeah, she's a doll because she likes to comfort people. It's very possible.
Yeah, it's that's what I was thinking. Like, I was thinking like my older sister had dolls like that. So it's kind of like it's older than you, but it's like a comfort object. It's something familiar. I don't know. I don't crazy theories like they're all related.
I think Ragatha having big sister vibes doesn't necessarily mean she is someone's big sister, but you are correct that she does have those vibes.
Yeah.
She does have those big sister vibes. and Jax has annoying little brother vibes.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
I don't think they're related.
If this is if this wild ass theory ends up true, we're gonna have
I'll
to
kill
like.
you.
I can't fucking believe. I'm gonna immediately pop DMs and just
I'd
laugh.
be so upset if you were right.
You
I'd
start
be
pointing
so
and
mad.
laughing.
So fun.
It's
Oh man.
like I said, there's a lot to chew on, and it's very interesting to see what the fandom decides to explore and what they sort of don't. Right now, everybody's just crying over Kinger and his wife.
As an offshoot to this series, I'm gonna say that they were actually all office mates who had a like.
Okay.
I think that's more plausible.
Yeah. And they developed this AI thing, and like they like maybe Kane especially had more of a like a work family sort of like, oh, and you're like the work mom, you know.
You're still assuming that Kane is a real person.
You're
That's
right.
interesting.
I
That's
don't
interesting.
think he's a real person, but I think Kane's like AI is based off a real person that mattered.
Okay. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
and did you catch that Kinger? Oh, they've even got little candy bugs here. Baby boy.
I love Candyland so fucking much.
It's a great setting.
It's cool. I want to play Candyland.
We can play Candyland. I can find it in the basement.
Nobody would play Candyland with me as a kid because Candyland like sucks.
I didn't have that problem.
But like I always like really wanted to because I really loved the aesthetic and I thought it was so fun and cool.
I would play Candyland literally constantly as a child.
Yeah, nobody wanted to play Candyland.
I saw some people in chat saying like, "Oh, does he mean bugs like computer software bugs?" And it's like, no, his wife was into entomology. We're talking about insects.
Talking about bugs for real.
Why is she talking bugs? Why my wife talking bugs? Oh my god. Yeah. I love this show. I was mentioning this to the other dub actors in the group chat earlier, but I was like, I'm really sad that I only got brain rot after the first episode came out because I didn't save the recordings of me doing Gangle's lines for anything before that time. So the first set I have is episode 5. And so I'm like, I want to go back and listen to my episode 4 performance, and I can't because I don't have it. And I'm so sad about that.
That's so many episodes ahead though.
Yeah. Crazy.
Whoa.
Well, you
must
gotta
know so many knowledges.
Oh, I have many knowledges.
What?
I have many knowledges, and I'm trying so hard to make sure I don't say anything I'm not supposed to say.
You're doing great.
You're doing good.
The hardest thing is when people come up to me at cons and they're like, write down your favorite Gangle line. And I'm like, you guys have only heard like 20 lines max from her. She says so much more and I can't write any of it. So when episode 3 finally came out and we had all watched it at the con, I started signing everyone's prints with green. Green. Everyone's favorite Gangle line. Green. Usually the go-to is my comedy mask is broken again. That's the one that... Because the other thing is like, so many of Gangle's lines are very situational. It's a lot of her responding to people or responding to the immediate environment. So it doesn't work as an out-of-context quote. Whereas like, Ragatha has like, everything's gonna be okay, new stuff. Like everybody loves when she writes that one on the prints, when they write that one on the prints of her. And then, you know, like there's plenty of good Jax one-liners and zingers that you can hear out of context. But everything Gangle says is a reaction to somebody else. There's no Gangle one-liners that you can take completely out of context. Yeah, what is funny, but it's like not a good quote at all.
But look, you just did that video of you reading all the comments. Now you can be like, the best line, are you really Gangle?
I don't believe you are Gangle.
Yeah, there you go. You have so many options now. She said more as Gangle on that episode than in the whole series. So
Yeah, that
there you go.
3-minute video has more Gangle than anything else.
There you go.
And like, yeah, so
Easy.
like the best one is just my comedy mask is broken again, or they broke my comedy mask. Like those are fine. As far as like, okay, that's something you can write out of context, and it's clearly a Gangle quote. But I really do like green. I like green. Green is a funny quote to write with no context.
Yeah.
Just green, yeah.
Green.
Green.
Like, they mention multiple colors, and it's mostly Zubul who says it. And Gangle's only contribution to the whole conversation is green. She's not paying any fucking attention at all.
Girl.
That's also the first time Gangle has, like, even acknowledged Pomni.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They've not exchanged 2 words, and Gangle's not saying that to Pomni, but she is saying it about Pomni. I was like, oh my god, check out Gangle acknowledging Pomni's existence in this episode.
Yo, new theories unlocked?
New theory unlocked, for real.
Gangle can only acknowledge you if you're actually real.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. I think Gangle's just too awkward to talk to someone within the first 2 days that they're there.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
I think she's got to build up to it when
Like,
someone new comes in.
First. You gotta initiate.
Yeah. You
She's
got to
not gonna do it.
initiate and build that bridge, because otherwise she's just going to sit in a corner, not talk to you.
I want to know more about Gangle so bad.
You'll know in the next episode, probably. Hopefully.
Whatever that is.
Ooh.
Ooh. Ooh. I know things about Gangle, but I can't say.
Teehee.
Teehee.
I still can't believe it.
You can say
The
green.
Gangle episode in December.
Gangle in December.
Gangle in
December.
December.
Yeah.
I'm a Christmas theme
exciting.
VTuber, and I keep winning.
You just keep winning.
Fucking time.
I just keep winning. I just keep winning.
Yeah.
It's
Vixen and
actually in
Vixen.
December.
I just keep winning.
Netflix, because Netflix is now streaming The Amazing Digital Circus, which is fucking crazy. They put up like a placeholder date for the next episode, and it might not be exactly on that day, but it probably will be around that time.
Put it out right on Christmas. So I can, when I'm hanging out with my family on Christmas Day, I can show them Digital Circus.
Yeah, show them this.
Show
and see-
my mom Digital Circus, and she'll be like,
see
"Oh my
how
god."
See how they feel about it. Well, here's the
There we
thing.
go.
Hope that doesn't rush things. Well, here's the thing. So when they started Digital Circus, they had another show going. It was Murder Drones was also going at the same time. Now it's just Digital Circus. So I imagine their entire team is working on Digital Circus, and that's probably why the episodes are going to start coming faster. So I'm excited. I'm real excited.
Yeah.
I'm real excited. I'm real excited.
Real excited.
Yeah, I have to show my mom episode 3 when I go home for Christmas.
Hell yeah. Oh,
Let's go.
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh, I guess I'll show her 3 when I go home for Thanksgiving, and then we'll watch 4 at Christmas.
Hey, yeah.
Ooh.
It's pretty good. It's pretty fun. It's pretty good. It works out great for me.
Thank you again for watching. I'm
Hell
like
yeah.
very tempted, just in case we see you around Christmas again, to be like, all right, the episode's out. Yeah, I'm waiting. I'm waiting for Christmas.
Oh yeah, you could watch it in person with me.
We could. Yeah, that's what we did with the first one.
And you'll get to see my face as I smile ominously at you the entire time.
That was the best part of watching the first episode.
I'm just like, what could it be? What is it about?
You had like this like moment where like you had like almost like movie wise like hands clasped together, like leaning over slightly, smiling, looking at the screen and like looking back, and we're like, oh my goodness.
My hype is immeasurable. I am so excited. I'm so excited for episode 4. And then I think 5 is Ragatha and 6 is Jax. This is all stuff Goose has confirmed publicly. I'm not spoiling anything.
Yeah.
I think it's Ragatha and then Jax, and then the last 3 episodes are a mystery.
Ooh.
Mayhaps a 3-parter. Who knows?
Ooh, that'd be crazy.
I don't know. I actually don't know. We have not recorded any of those, so I have no fucking clue. Oh, okay. Maybe I should go back to playing video games. I love this show.
Listen, we can still keep talking about it.
I can't believe I'm in this fucking show. I did finish my dailies, yes. No Zooble episode. It was this one. This episode was, or not this one, obviously not the one that's on screen. But episode 3 was pitched as a Kinger Zooble double episode. It's obviously more about Kinger. And I saw someone theorize, they were like, I think Zooble's story is going to be told in bits and pieces. And I was like, oh,
maybe
you're smart. Maybe we'll get more Zooble in everyone else's episodes.
A little bit of Zooble here and
that
there.
sounds right. That sounds right. I like that. You know what? I'm vibing with that.
It'd be pretty cool.
I'm making that vibe.
I also wanna know more about Zooble. I think Zooble is underutilized right now, and I know that's on purpose because Zooble keeps skipping the adventures. So I'm really excited once we get to see more Zooble.
I'm excited for more fucking adventures. The
adventures are fun.
Yeah, that's the other thing. There's gonna be other locales. Like it could be literally anything.
Mm-hmm.
Literally any locale.
Christmas. North Pole Christmas.
North Pole.
Christmas.
Christmas.
Gangle.
Christmas.
Here's my. Don't say anything. Here's my theory. Okay, ready? Episode 4, Christmas episode, and Gangle gets to use herself as a ribbon for a Christmas present.
Aw.
Okay.
Cute.
I don't know why, but I'm gonna pretend that's gonna happen.
He's also gonna be the ribbon for a barber pole.
Yeah.
I don't think we've seen her tie anything up with her ribbons. We haven't seen her manipulate her ribbons in that way yet. I actually don't know if she can.
Just her body.
I don't know if she can unravel her body and use it to tie things. I don't think we.
I would yes, she could, but only following the logic of things like in episode 3, Pomni is humanoid, basically the most out of all of them, and can pop her eyes out of her sockets, you know?
That's true.
I assume they all could work on some amount of cartoon logic, physiologically.
Yeah. They just gotta have more than 2 seconds without going on an adventure to find out.
Yeah. Gangle right now has not done anything. And I think that's also very much on purpose. I think
She drove the truck?
Yeah, she did drive the truck. I think Goose has been sidelining Gangle up until this point on purpose. I think episode 4 is really supposed to be our first glimpse into Gangle.
Hell yeah.
When we see the truth unravel.
She say green.
Green.
I bet we're gonna get a bunch of fucking one-liners for you soon.
Modern girls only know 3 things: be bisexual, say green,
and lie.
Oh no! We're a liar.
And eat hot chip. Actually, that's 4 things. And drive truck. Oh shit! She knows more things than I thought.
She did drive truck.
She also draws. She's a drawer.
She also has figurines? Question mark.
She has figurines. We don't know the context of that. It's so cute. Oh my god! Every time kids come up to me at cons, which parents, this show's not appropriate for your children. But you're gonna keep letting them watch it, and at the very least, your children are adorable when they come to get an autograph. kids will come up and they'll be like, what's the figurine thing? And I'm like, I legitimately don't know. And they always go, oh, okay. Like, they're really disappointed.
You gotta lie. That's the third thing. That's the third thing is light. It's gotta be like, it's a mystery. You'll just have to keep watching to find out. Ooh.
Yeah.
And then they'll be like, ooh.
Ooh.
Well, I feel like it might be something dirty. So I'm like, it's probably not appropriate for you kids.
Oh.
Well, okay. I guess we don't know.
Kids have come up to us after episode 3. So we saw it at the con, and then literally the next day we were back. And kids would come up and be like, wait, we saw the new episode. And I was like, oh, it wasn't too scary for you? And they're like, no. And then none of them really talk about how sad it is. So I think like the emotional stuff kind of goes over their heads, right?
Yeah. Didn't you guys get sad? No. Have you seen The World lately? Oh, yeah.
Is the show not appropriate for all ages? I mean, it gets deep, but I wouldn't say it's inappropriate.
Not all ages.
So future episodes are not appropriate for all ages.
Okay.
Rated PG.
Don't
according to
let
Netflix.
your kids watch this show. Here's the thing. I'm very flattered that children love the show, but I am high-key worried.
Yeah, that's fair.
Oh, jeez.
Like, it's kind of appropriate-ish now, but, like, later it won't be so much, and that's going to be, like, a problem kind of thing.
Like so far, the worst is, like, the reoccurring swear gags and the occasional silly, like, line that's, like, definitely a bit more mature in humor.
Yeah, I mean,
but,
if you've
so
looked at... So Goose put out, like, a list of trigger warnings for the show. God, can I find them? Content warnings. Yeah. Mild sexual implications, censored swearing, references to hell, references to suicide, cartoon violence, mild regular violence, corpse imagery, use of firearms, mild drug and alcohol references, dark themes, and jacks.
Jacks.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
And Jax.
no. Well, there's a Kinger bucket.
It's the suicide implications where I'm like, maybe you don't want your kid watching the show.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's why
Even
it's PG.
with that last episode.
Mom or dad's got to be there, making sure kid's all right.
Yeah, you gotta contextualize what's going on in this show. I think it's got good lessons to teach, but like to preteens, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. Preteen is like the lowest I would recommend.
But like, there's little kids. There was
Yeah.
a little girl that it was so cute. Here's the thing: I'm like saying that they shouldn't let their kids watch this, but then also I have the most darling interactions with the little kids, so you know I'm kind of torn. But this woman and her daughters came up, and one daughter was meeting Kovac, who's the voice of Jax, who was sitting next to me. And then the littler girl, she was small, she was like maybe 6 or 7, was standing off to the side, and she looked like she was about to fucking cry. And I wasn't talking to anybody at my table, so I came out from behind the table and I sat down with her and I was like, hey, what's wrong? Like, you look upset. What's wrong? And she was like, I don't want to meet him. And I was like, why? Well, he's my friend. Like, he's a nice guy. Why don't you want to meet him? And she was like, I don't want to meet him. And I couldn't really get an answer out of her, but I was like, well, hey, you know, like, let's sit together until your sister and your mom are done talking to him. Okay. I was like, you don't have to go up and say anything. You can just sit with me. And I was like, you want to sit with me? Is that okay? And she was like, yeah. And then she sat down on the floor and we were just sitting there. And then finally the mom came over and the sister they were done meeting Michael, and they were like, oh, her favorite is Gangle. She doesn't like Jax because he's mean to her.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
So she didn't want to meet Michael because Jax is mean.
Aw.
Oh, that's so sweet.
And I was like, oh no, you poor little thing.
Oh.
So, you know, it's kids about that age that I worry about. They're very cute. They're very sweet. And I'm glad they come up to us at cons. And, oh, Lizzie has the best reaction, like the best interactions with them. Lizzie is so good about like getting into their headspace. And she'll be like, have you seen an exit door around here? And like the kids will be like, no, I don't know. And she's like, well, do you remember your name? Like, you're here. Do you remember your name? And they'll be like, yeah, my name's this. And she's like, oh, that's a very pretty name. Like, you know, really gets the kids into the digital circus vibe. It's quite cute. And I love watching those interactions, but I'm also like,
the children.
Yeah, because it makes sense that like a little kid could not differentiate between Jax the character and the guy behind him who's just like an actor, right? Like
yeah,
kids
the guy
don't,
who
like, think of that
provides
kind of thing
the voice.
Yeah.
I never thought about that shit when I was a child. I wasn't thinking about the voice actors. I was just like, this is the show.
Yeah.
This is the show. This is the character I like, and this is the character that's mean to the character I like.
Yeah. And like we were all wearing like shirts of our characters too. So I think that she understood that like
that you were Gangle.
We were the characters. Yeah, because I had a Gangle shirt on and Michael had a Jack shirt on. So it makes sense that she was like that she did make the connection, but she didn't understand that the actor might have a different personality, right?
Yeah.
I was like, God, this is so cute. This is so adorable.
Well, you can want them to not watch the show, but still like watch it.
I mean, listen, it's not like kids are gonna probably interact with anything ever anyway, and you can still enjoy.
I was watching inappropriate shit when I was a kid, right?
Yeah.
Like I watched
Same,
Happy
yeah.
Tree Friends and I watched Foamy the Squirrel. You
Berries
can't
with its eyes
stop.
closed. Oh.
You can't stop kids from watching things that are inappropriate for them. I just every time they come up with their parents, I'm like, hey, are you watching this with them? Please tell me you are watching this with them. I need you to be aware.
I need you to.
I need you to be aware.
Before you all leave the convention, you're going to sign this waiver saying you're going to watch this with your kids, and we
Watch
are not
it with
held
your kids.
responsible.
Well, and then I mentioned this on Twitter too. I was like, one of the great things about the Netflix licensing deal is that now kids have a place to watch the show that's not YouTube. Because if you watch it on YouTube, eventually you get led to the weird content farms that are like extremely inappropriate and sexual.
Oh, well,
And I'm
that's
like,
not.
It's really bad.
That's really
I'm like, at the very least, if I still don't think the show is appropriate for children, but if they're gonna watch it anyway, at the very least, there is now a safe place where parents could sit their kid down in front of it and it's not going to autoplay something disgusting, right?
Yeah, it's so bad. I have never seen content farms truly quite to the depths the digital circus ones have got.
And it's crazy because there's no content. Like they made content farms based on mostly just the first episode.
Yep.
And it's like that's not even, you know, the bulk of what the show is like now. But yeah, if kids are gonna watch it anyway, I'm at least glad they have a safe place to watch it.
And that's really the best way to approach it, because you can't stop them from doing everything. But if they're doing it safely, well, I think that's the best you can get realistically.
Yeah. Look at how soft and baby Jax looks in this light compared to previous episodes.
Yeah.
He's just a little guy.
I don't trust any rabbit in overalls.
How many rabbits in overalls are there?
Too many. Roger Rabbit.
You don't trust Roger Rabbit? He's such a nice guy.
No,
he's great.
I don't trust any cartoon rabbit.
Not even Bugs Bunny? Bugs Bunny would have your best interest at heart. As long as you know best.
Okay, you're right. I do trust Bugs Bunny.
There you go. What about Rabbit from Winnie the Pooh? That's a rabbit. I trust that rabbit.
Rabbit's not in overalls.
No, but neither is Bugs Bunny. But
look
like,
at. I love this frame of him with his arms above his head. Look at how cute he is.
Oh.
His arms are like so short here. It's so cute. He's just a little guy. I love him. Jack's propaganda. Also, look at Gangle's tongue is black.
Yeah, it's just a little shape.
It's just a drawing on her face. It doesn't actually have any 3D to it.
Yeah.
Which is really interesting.
It is interesting.
And yeah, every time she like tinks something against her mask, it really sounds like porcelain, which is probably why it's so fragile.
Mm-hmm.
What is she drawing? I don't. I think we see the back of the. Oh yeah, there it is. She's drawing some anime eyes, right here.
Drawing anime. Hell yeah, Gangle.
Is she drawing? Because she's looking at everybody. Is she drawing like everyone's eyes?
I think she's drawing Zooble over here. I think that it's very hard to see. I think that like either this or this might be Zooble, but this just looks like disembodied anime eyes.
Yeah.
Because at first you think she's taking notes on like Pomni's like changing colors deal, right? Like she's looking at it and be like writing something down, but she's just drawing. Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to see. Yeah, I think someone posted this in better quality. I know that there's like one self-portrait on here somewhere. She drew herself. I'm pretty sure there's a Zooble, and I'm pretty sure these are just disembodied anime eyes. The eyes are the way Jax looks in her vision. She's got like shoujo anime blinders on. Oh, I would love if there was a beach episode. I have no idea. That would be great,
have a beach episode.
I can't believe this ended up coming out in October, and it ended up airing on the day we were at a con, and it just everything worked out so perfectly.
Yeah.
So good.
So good.
I would like them. This gag got such a reaction from the audience. I would love to see them go to the digital lake that they mentioned in episode 1.
Anything with that, like his eyes dragging, with like the concrete dragging sound, that always gets me. That's such a good sound effect. What?
Kane is so good in this episode. He's so expressive, and the animation on him is insane.
Yeah, just like, I mean, especially in the therapy session later, like I love just like watching like how his teeth move, because he doesn't have like a head. He has like his teeth and then eyes, and it kind of like just the way they animate it. It's just really good. Like, I don't know the best way to put it because I'm not an expert, but like it's very expressive.
His upper set of teeth is more like his eyebrows.
Yeah.
And then his lower set of teeth is his actual mouth that syncs with his dialogue.
That makes sense.
It's so interesting to watch in motion.
That's a good it's a good profile picture kind of screenshot.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
You and your mutuals.
This latest episode was so good.
God, yeah.
I can't look at the screen again. Like I'm too scared. I'm gonna have to king her wife again, and I will cry again.
Again on stream.
Also, I don't know if you noticed, but like all the paintings, not just in this episode, but around the circus, there's so many with eyes in them. So like it's just Kane watching them at all times.
Poopy.
Interesting. Yeah, there are a lot of eyes going on when they abstract. They're nothing but eyes. It's all eyes.
It's all eyes. Eyes are the window to the soul, as they say.
Ooh.
Rated.
But the best way to a man's heart is through his stomach. So who knows?
Yeah, that's his hundreds of all-seeing eyes, like right back there. Whoop.
Right there.
Right.
What?
Right. Right.
What? All right.
There. There's another eye.
See, there's an eye. Yep.
Oh yeah. I always thought that was like a moon, but yeah, or like a moon with a thing in front of it. That's definitely an eye.
Oh shit.
Oh God, you see that one? Right there.
Oh fuck.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's like the monster they're about to see. Yeah.
Yeah, that sure is.
Spooky.
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 Ooh, creepy.
And that's a mouth.
That is a mouth. You're so right about that.
Oh, look, green. Look at all this green.
There's so much green in this episode. Gangle was predicting the future. I figured it was a foreshadow to the monster being biblically accurate with eye wings. That's fair, but even here when in the circus, you're going to see eyes in all the paintings. Not all of them, but a lot of them. Let's see if we see one. I know that in episode 1, there's a bunch. Like, if you just look around at the walls of the circus, you'll see just eyes. Not even just in the paintings, but also, like, up in the rafters, and, like, there'll be, like, pillars and stuff. Yeah, so not that one. Not this one either. Okay, these are like non-intimidating paintings.
Yeah, when like computers could first do like 3D stuff, and it's like, here's a test of like 3D on our old like 90s computers. Like that's the kind of stuff that they would make, like just tubes and shapes and stuff.
It absolutely has that old computer vibe to it.
Yeah.
Very funny to me to think that Kane has surveillance set up and still constantly gets distracted and doesn't pay attention. Yeah, I think it's very funny. My hundreds of all-seeing eyes on you, but I'm not actually looking.
Yep. They're just there to make you think you're being watched.
Stupid
they don't
fucking
actually
idiot.
Have to watch.
But yeah, in the first episode, I can show you what I'm talking about with the eyes. They're all over the place. God, I love this opening.
It's real good.
It's real good.
Super Mario 64.
But yeah, if we not here at the beginning so much, but as we kind of get further into the episode, you start seeing them. There's the 100 of all-seeing eyes.
Hi, Biff.
Hi, Biff.
Talking Digital Circus.
Why are they talking Digital Circus?
Because it's fun.
It is fun.
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 Yeah, where are the ones I'm thinking of?
What they said.
Fun.
Fun.
Yeah.
Pomni.
What are you thinking? I do believe, oh yeah, like, okay. I'll get out of the way so that people can see. Right here.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, fuck.
Grody.
Got a pair of eyes.
They're like red, and they need some like Claritin Clear.
Yeah, those are gross. Well, I think they're eyes inside of mouths.
Oh, well, that's worse.
They're gross. And then, let's see.
These eyes have never blinked in their whole life.
Once we get into the hallway, there's plenty. Yeah. So here's some eyes in this painting.
Mm-hmm.
Right here.
Wow.
Most of them are just abstract shapes, but there's eyes. Right there. There's some. This is the same painting as before.
Right there.
Right there. I love Pomni's big eyes. It's a funny gag.
Yeah.
How you doing, Piff?
I've been doing pretty well, thank you for asking.
I'm glad you've been doing pretty well.
What have you been up to?
Nothing.
What?
I'm only going to ask this once nicely. Piff pulls out gun.
Will not accept your gift. Leave me be.
I paid a lot for it, okay? I can't refund it now. What am I supposed to do, Piff?
There's more. There's eyes.
There's more eyes.
He's watching. He's watching. And I bet you, if we let this keep playing, we would just see more. Like,
but
God, the fucking angel head is so disturbing.
Yeah, it's gross.
It's real gross. I mentioned this. These heads were shown off in the trailer a little bit, and the Jax one is only shown for like a brief moment, but I guess it tunneled into my subconscious, and I immediately had a nightmare about it.
Oh.
It was a nightmare where a Jax on all fours was chasing me through an abandoned building.
Oh, monsters on all fours are creepy.
But only in like 15-minute increments. Like he would vanish every 15 minutes and then come back every 15 minutes. And every time he spawned in, there would be also cats and dogs spawning in. So I would hear them. I would hear them skittering around the corner. Like I'd hear feet, and I'd think it was him. But sometimes it was just a cat or a dog. And then what ended up happening was like there were other humans there, and they were all older than me. and they like set up a bunker to help me monitor Jax's movements throughout the building.
Horror game Jax.
Horror game Jax.
It was very much horror game vibes.
I had a horror dream the other day because I've been playing a lot of Dead by Daylight, so that finally leaked into my dreamscape.
Oh God, look at this painting looking.
Oh, ew, boy.
I like him. What a friend.
What a friend.
He's
What a
looking
friend.
looking right at him.
He is looking right at them.
Spooky.
Spooky.
Spooky boogie.
You're joking, the guiding lark, but literally I posted a fan art in our group chat of like creepy horror Jax. And Kovac was like, "Oh, is that what he looked like in your fantasy? Crossed out nightmare." Shut the fuck up. Eyes.
Ugh, yeah.
Eyes.
Yep, eye.
Oh, yeah, more eyes.
And they're all like the same kind of eye too. They're all like big and like
They're spoopy.
big. Oh, they're big.
Big, goofy,
eyes.
cartoony
Spooky
eyes like
eyes.
what Kane has.
Yeah.
No, the older people in my dream did not resemble the other circus cast members. And look at all these eyes. Ooh.
That's
Although
like
these
something
are-
that abstracted. How does he have pictures of a thing that abstracted?
I think this is just a drawing of the angel.
Yeah.
Because that's the angel's head right there.
Uh,
Yeah. But no, the humans in my dream were completely random people. I didn't recognize any of them. But yeah, you have to remember in the context of there's that's Martha
wife.
as a human, yeah.
Yeah.
Before she died. But yeah,
skeleton
everything that exists here was in theory made by Kane. So they could have some memories or knowledge that they're not supposed to have. God, this sequence is so good.
Yeah, I always love when, like, you expect to see it in 2D cartoons where it's just their eyes bumping around, but when you see it in 3D and it goes to 2D eyes, that's always a lot of fun.
And they're so expressive.
Yeah.
Because I feel like in older cartoons, this was like a cost-saving measure. It's like put the characters in the dark for a minute. This inevitably was probably more expensive because it's 2D animated.
Mm-hmm.
I believe it.
And like Kinger slowly becomes more lucid the longer he's in the dark.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's a really good part.
It takes a minute. It takes a minute for him to stop being insane, but he gets there. You're just like, no, baby.
Just give him a bucket at all times.
Yeah.
Someone help this poor man.
Yeah, fuck. Give him some shades.
It would be very funny if putting shades on him worked.
Arguably,
Maybe.
it should
No
at
one's
least,
tried.
like, it should restore like a measure of sanity.
Yeah, like it works just enough.
But his eyes are so fucked up. How are you gonna get shades that cover those?
Well, he can move them around, can he? Because he takes one off and then throws it down the hall later, and then the eye that's left goes right into like the middle of his head instead
I
of
don't
being
know
off
if
to
he
the
can
left.
choose where to stick it though. It might only stick in this configuration.
Oh.
Also, this. Oh my god, you look beautiful,
Eyes
honey.
in there. Eyes in there.
Eyes in there, just like his wife when she's abstracted.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck. Eyes in the reflection of his eyes.
Yep. Crazy.
This is so sad. This is so sad.
Now, is he seeing it because it looks like his abstracted wife, or is this like angel thing showing him what he wants most, so it goes into the mouth?
Well, that's the thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, when you first watch it, you assume it's the latter.
Yeah.
That he's just being hypnotized by the thing.
Mm-hmm.
But when you rewatch it, you might be like, oh, it might just be reminding him of his wife.
Yeah.
Or it could
Because
be
he's
a
still
little.
a little crazy because he's, not in total darkness yet.
Well, and this angel's really bright.
Yeah, Down they go.
There's just a lot. There's a lot that gets set up and immediately paid off. It's awesome. I love it. I am very happy someone mentioned this before where they were like, oh, Vixen, must feel good to be brain rotted for something that you're working on. And I'm like, yeah, actually, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Because I normally like Stockholm syndrome myself into being brain rotted about the things I work on, where I'm just like, I have found something to love, right? And I get obsessed because I'm really passionate about my work. But this is just a good show. Like, even if I wasn't working on it, I think I could see myself watching it and liking it. So there's an extra level to the brain rot where it's like, this is not forced brain rot. This is real. And I just so happen to be lucky enough to also be in the show.
Oh. Wonderful.
Is it weird we got to pleasure the angel and not the cute ghost at the beginning? I'm sure that's completely intentional. I would say, like, Goose isn't a troll, but the merch team absolutely is. Where they're just like, oh yeah, Gummy Goo's dead. Here's your Gummy Goo plush and your Gummy Goo keychain. Fuck you.
I mean, it works. Those things probably sold like crazy because everyone was sad. They needed to have their Gummy Goo. Worked on me.
Well,
So.
I mean, the good news is that like all the sales go straight back into funding the show. So, you know, the more that they sell, you know, marketable little guys, the more that the episodes in theory can just keep looking better and better.
Yep. So there you go, folks. Go buy Gummy Goo plush. Keep his memory alive.
I remembered
there's
something
anything-
that I noticed on this episode.
Hmm.
Probably a good amount of people did. Like, way at the end when they're like, all right, session's over. There's like, she's in this chair, she's like writing something down, and then she kind of throws up the paper, and it, like, if you get a high enough quality, you can kind of see like what's
on the
there.
paper. Yeah. Oh, Zubul, they them, Zubul.
They them. Okay.
Yeah. Because I think the implication is that Zubul perhaps does not remember their gender? Question mark?
Okay.
Or maybe
Zubul
Zubul
is
was
Zubul.
figuring it out when Zubul got pulled in. Poor thing. It's like, man, if you're having gender dysphoria, the last thing you need is to be in the fucking amazing digital circus.
I was literally about to say exactly fucking that. Fuck damn, this place would be the worst for you. Fuck.
It's the worst place to have gender dysphoria.
Wait, why does this guy say like, oh, I can no longer protect my wife and theoretical children? What do you mean theoretical children? You don't know?
Well,
What does that
here's the question.
Okay.
This guy, I mean, he's not real, right? He's just
Sure.
an NPC made by Kane, and this is a story made by Kane. If the story is supposed to mirror Kinger's life, then it is only theoretical. We don't know if he's had children. So his theoretical children. And it also would mean to imply that Kinger is at fault for his wife abstracting, because in the story, the man shoots his wife, thinking she's the monster.
Yeah. Well, Kane says this is supposed to be like a super mature adventure for Zubul, or was that the last one? Because he's trying to get Zubul to go on the
supposed to be
adventures,
for
and
Zubul.
They don't. Yeah.
Obviously, like, we're speaking from a meta perspective where it's like, for the audience's sake, we are being shown a story that might mirror Kinger's backstory. I don't know if there's any in-universe reason for Kane to do that.
He's
Maybe,
crazy.
well, maybe like pulling inspiration, right?
Sure. I guess we'll see. Maybe.
We don't know. I don't know.
He knows how to use a gun. Bam. Look at that.
Maybe the scary door takes on properties from whoever enters it. Ooh.
Ooh.
Oh.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Maybe Zubul was supposed to go in the scary door.
Oh, absolutely. Zubul's supposed to go in the scary door.
And everyone else goes through the happy door. What?
Why
Maybe
does
the
Kinger have such a
adventures.
clean shot? Maybe he was in Nom.
Maybe. I mean, he's old enough, so. Depending on when this takes place, I don't know.
Oh, there's an implication.
I guess it's modern day because they say skibbity sigmas, or in the Polish one. Oh, whatever.
It's there is a headstone at the beginning of this where you get to see a date.
Oh.
Ooh. Do we think the adventures themselves are keyed to individuals, or do we think that like Kinger fell into this one, and thus it became
About Kinger.
more centered? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
I mean, originally when I first saw it, I thought there was like definitely going to be a connection between Kinger and this adventure because he just knew how to use that gun, like no problem.
Oh.
Yeah, right here. Rip Peggy.
2019 to 2020. Wait.
2022. It looks like.
Oh.
Okay.
So this is
because that's one of the kids probably.
It's a 3-year-old's grave.
Yeah.
Oh fuck.
So
Kinger
yeah, it's
killed Peggy.
It's possible that Baron Mildenhall killed his child, but it does seem to imply that the show is at least taking place in 2022.
Yeah. Makes sense.
Okay.
I mean, I guess that's why he would call them theoretical, because what if he's like, they're monsters or angels or whatever too? Bang.
Yeah.
He went, crazy and killed his family. And then died.
He's crazy. Who knows?
Crazy. I still love, don't wake up. Okay, I won't.
Okay, I won't. I love the voice performance of Baron Mildenhall. He's so funny. Immediately, I sent an email to Jasmine, who's the production coordinator, and I was like, can I have Baron Mildenhall's voice actor's contact information, please?
Cool.
Ghostly. I wanted Ghostly, too. I really liked Ghostly's performance.
All right.
Yeah.
There she goes. Going to hell, Pomni.
Yeah, this tea set is apparently a reference to murder drones, which is very cute.
Such a lovely scene.
What a
It's
lovely
nice.
scene.
Vixen
It's
character?
nice that Gangle gets to have a nice time for once. Nothing bad happens to Gangle in this adventure.
Aside from losing her comedy mask, but yeah.
Which doesn't, I mean, yeah, like it's broken before. Right? I think she always gets it back somehow.
Yeah, it comes back. I don't quite know how.
Maybe just Kane kind of re-poofs it into existence.
Maybe, but then why would she care about them picking it up in the scary door? Like, I assume it might take some time to come back, and it would be more advantageous if they found the one she was currently using.
Oh, it grows back like a lizard tail.
Yeah, maybe something like that. Like, if it's really easy for it to respawn, it wouldn't make sense for her to be concerned about it. Oh, Gangle, honey, that posture. Yeah, she's constantly a noodle, which implies that if she stood up straight, she'd be quite tall in comparison to everybody else. Yeah, maybe like Kane can just poof it into existence, but she's like weird about talking to Kane, or she's too shy. Who knows? There's so many questions that fans can fill in. I love looking at fan work. Oh my god, there's so many good like little comics and like impression videos and shit. It's crazy. I've never worked on anything with this kind of fandom. It is so cool. It is so nice. I love it. I have seen the boxing AU, yeah. Very funny that Gangle is like super tough in that. You need a spine to have scoliosis. Damn. Fucking dunking on my girl Gangle. But yeah, like here's a question. Why would the ghost mention Kinger's wife? If this episode or if this area was meant for Zubul. There seems to be some sort of intelligence that has adapted to who's actually on the adventure. It's cool, but I have no idea. I have no idea what theory is right and what theory is wrong.
Well, if it is an AI running the place, then it might adapt on the fly.
Yeah. Well, and the other question is, how advanced is this technology? Like, especially if it, like, the beginning looks like an old 90s game, but it can't be. It's so advanced.
The only theory I'm locking in on is that this is the like the company that we like the office that we see that's the company that made this program game, which might include the AI of Kane, if Kane is an AI. Yeah. But that's just a theory.
A film theory. Thanks for watching.
Out all out.
Guiding Lark, you've got a good point. What if it self-learns and has just been left on to improve and develop? Yeah, it could be one of those, like, the original game is like an old 90s point-and-click adventure game, and it's just become hyper-advanced. But, like, a VR headset, I mean, in the 90s? There's no way. So it's got to be modern times now. So that means people were still working on the game?
Yeah, or like near future, because I'm trying to think of like other media that has like VR headsets that are crazy advanced, like anime. That's always like considered near future tech, like within the next like 20 to 50 years or something like that. But it wouldn't make sense for a Tombstone to be like 2000 something, 22. Well, maybe it would, because if this was supposed to happen a long time ago and it's all old and decrepit, then I don't know.
Or it could be that 2022 is just when this particular adventure takes place.
Yeah, that's the more likely option.
So it's like, okay, maybe the actual time period of the show is in the past or the distant future.
Yeah.
It could be FNAF rules and advanced tech is in old times, but I think Goose has thought about this a little too much for it to be like that. Or maybe it's all a dream. I'd fucking kill myself.
It's all in a kid's imagination as he looks into a snow globe. If anyone knows what I'm talking about, you're older than I am.
I feel like I do know what you're talking about. What are you talking about?
I don't remember what it's called. I think it was either in the 80s or 70s, but it was like a doctor sitcom kind of show. And then at the end, it is revealed, like it zooms out of the hospital, and it turns out the hospital is a snow club, and it's just all in some kid's imagination. Like all these characters, all these seasons built up to this nothing fart moment. I don't remember what it's called. It's not Twilight Zone.
Grey's Anatomy?
Not great. No, it's older than that.
I was like, what?
Hold on. Show where I don't know what it's called.
I love doing Twilight Zone, by the way. I really do. Well, Twilight Zone slaps.
That's fucked up, isn't it?
Saint Elsewhere. Yeah. Inside the craziest finale in TV history.
Wow, what a strange choice to make.
Yeah, medical drama went from 1982 to 1988. So 6 years of TV and all these characters that I'm sure built up 137 episodes, blah, 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 blah. Kid with a snow globe. Like, you couldn't just end it in like a normal way? I don't know.
No. I mean, maybe it was like canceled before its time and they were like, oh shit.
Maybe, but like 6 years is a decent chunk of TV right there.
That is a decent chunk of TV. I know.
I don't know.
One of the other finales that fucks me up is Dinosaurs.
Yeah,
Where they're just like, oh yeah, fucking, it's just a cute, family comedy about dinosaurs. And then the last episode is like, and then they all died in a mass extinction event. And it's like, oh, well, yeah, I guess so.
Winter happens.
I was
it's like, oh, the dinosaurs do die.
On dinosaurs as a child, and I loved it. I fucking loved it. And I watched every episode. I'm like decently young. And then we get to the finale, and I couldn't wrap my head around what had just happened.
Yeah, Dinosaurs was a comedy.
Yep.
So, and then the last episode is just like, yep,
Goodbye.
we didn't take good care of the planet, and now we're dying. And the baby is like, what's gonna happen to us? And the dad's like, I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
And like, that's the end.
Yep.
Granted, dinosaurs like sometimes just had some fucking wacky kind of fucked up episodes, like when they go to heaven.
Oh.
And like I think it's like mostly from the perspective of the younger brother, and he like goes and sees like everyone's like personal room in heaven. I don't remember why they were there, if it ended up a dream sequence or what, but it was like incredibly like a bizarre thing to be trying to follow as a child.
I love how he has a watch, but he's not even looking at it in the scene. Okay, let me see. What's on... What is... It looks like it's just Gangle's drawing pad. And Zubal's just holding it. Yeah, those are the same sketches from Gangle's drawing pad.
Mm-hmm.
My skibbity sigmas.
That's all I can think every time it comes up now.
He goes inside the fort so that he's in the dark.
Why? I'm so upset.
That's so upsetting.
But also fucking mood, because if I was in this place with these fucking fluorescent overheads on all the time, I'd also want to be in a goddamn pillow fort.
Yeah.
This is a nightmare.
Yeah, it's very bright all the time.
This is a sensory
You would need
nightmare.
one. Yeah.
Too overwhelming for me. Put me in the
It would
fort.
actually just be necessary.
Put me in the fort. Although they do have rooms, so like he could just go
No,
to his
no,
room, but
yeah.
I don't think he's thinking about that.
He's not. The quickest way to wife is right here.
Right here in the pillow fort.
Mm-hmm.
And why did he build the pillow fort for the first time, if not for the memory properties? Was he just hanging out with his wife in the pillow fort? Is that what they just did?
Oh.
Very cute.
Very cute.
Very cute. Very adorable.
With the I've been thinking about the backwards speech with the monster and the scary.
Mm-hmm.
I think Goose might be aware that the children are watching this.
Oh,
yeah.
absolutely. I can't wait for all the children in the audience to be scared of the monster. Here's the thing, they're not, though. The children are not scared of the monster. The children, what I worry about is the real world heavy dark themes.
Yeah.
Of course. Where I'm going with that was I hopefully with Goose's understanding of the audience, whether target or not, that they'll, maybe.
In the episode, he's like, I don't know how it happened, but we ended up in the fort. No, I know that part. I'm saying, why did he build the fort in the first place?
I guess
Before
it's
he needed it.
because it's like a king and a queen, so they wanted like a fort.
Either they wanted a fort,
castle.
or they were, maybe they were just being cutesy.
Yeah.
And
Could
building
be any
a
of
little
those
fort.
things.
The children. Yeah.
The children.
I think this thing's going to turn out all right.
Listen, I love the show. Kids coming up to my table, adorable. I just worry about the kids.
You're right,
I'm
worry
not
about
going to
the kids.
complain. I just worry.
Me too. Me the fuck too.
Okay. Enough of this, but I'm not going to.